This photograph was captured on December 28, 2016. Debbie Reynolds, 84 years old, just hours before her death. Look closely at her face. There's a calm surrender there, as if she already knows she's leaving. Now look at this one. She's 19, radiant, full of life, starring in Singing in the Rain, America's darling, adored by millions. But what led from that bright beginning to those final hours? Because a mother's heart, once broken, can never truly mend. Debbie Reynolds. Born Mary Frances in Texas, 1932. She's sharing the screen with Gene Kelly. Singing in the Rain transforms her overnight into Hollywood royalty. That yellow dress, that infectious smile lits the essence of joy, the purest form of movie magic. But behind the glamour, MGM holds the reins. The studio dictates every move, her image, her career, even her love life. They handpick her husband, Eddie Fisher, the golden couple of 1950s America. She plays the part, marries him, and raises two children, Carrie and Todd, the picture-perfect family. But behind the smiles lies a perfectly constructed illusion. In 1958, tragedy strikes. Elizabeth Taylor's husband, Mike Todd, dies in a plane crash. Debbie, a close friend, rushes to comfort her. Eddie comes too, the devoted husband, lending support. But within that grief, something shifts. Eddie and Elizabeth begin an affair. Debbie discovers the betrayal not from whispers but from reporters waiting on her doorstep. Microphones in her face, cameras flashing, asking if the rumors are true. She's blindsided. Eddie leaves her for Elizabeth. The world erupts in scandal. Yet somehow the public turns on Debbie. She's labeled dull, too wholesome, not glamorous enough for the likes of Eddie Fisher. Now look at this photo from 1959, a year after the heartbreak. That smile, perfectly poised, beautifully fake. Even standing still, she's performing. What few knew then was that Debbie was broke. Eddie had controlled their finances, and when he left, he took everything. She was penniless, raising two small children, drowning in debt while the public assumed she was just fine. But behind closed doors, she was barely surviving, so she worked. She had to. Every offer she took, Vegas shows, TV spots, low-budget films, whatever kept the lights on. No time to grieve, no space to breathe, just survival. Smile for the cameras, dance through the pain. Her children watched, especially young Carrie. She saw it all, her mother's resilience. Her exhaustion, the facade of perfection, that unspoken lesson carved itself deep into her heart, shaping the complicated bond between them forever. Years rolled on, and Debbie never stopped. She built a vast collection of Hollywood memorabilia, costumes, props, history itself. She spent fortunes, lost fortunes, went bankrupt, started over, and kept smiling through it all. Her connection with Carrie was both fierce and fragile. They loved hard, fought hard, depended on each other too deeply. Their lives intertwined by the same scars: Eddie's betrayal, Elizabeth's cruelty, Hollywood's indifference, a shared wound that time never managed to close. December 27, 2016, Carrie Fisher suffers a heart attack on a plane and dies at 60. Debbie gets the call. Her daughter is gone. The next day, December 28th, Debbie is at her son Todd's house, helping plan the funeral. In the middle of the conversation, she stops and says softly, "I want to be with Carrie." Moments later, she suffers a massive stroke. She collapses, and by that afternoon, she's gone. Less than a day after her daughter now. Look at that final photo once more. Taken that very morning, you can almost see it, the quiet knowing in her eyes. Her body had already decided. A mother's heart, shattered by loss, simply cannot go on. The coroner's report lists the cause as a stroke, but everyone who loved her knows the truth. Debbie Reynolds didn't die of disease. She died of grief. Broken heart syndrome, it's real, and it's deadly now. Place the two images side by side. The young woman twirling in 1952, laughter lighting up the world, and the mother in 2016, ready to follow her child into the unknown. She endured betrayal, humiliation, exploitation, and financial ruin. She outlasted the cruelty of others and the collapse of her own dreams. But losing Carrie, that was the one thing she couldn't endure. Some losses cut too deep. Some love is too powerful to survive apart. And for Debbie Reynolds, the only way to end the pain was to follow her daughter home. That's the real story, the one written in her final smile.